Oh, sorry. We might have to do two videos. That's wonderful though, because I wanted to do that anyway. So let me get to it. Shout out to Neighborhood Day. Now the day has passed. I think the ninth has passed already. Let me see. Let me make sure. My screen be tripping. So on the ninth, um, Neighborhood Day will exist. And I guess at 6 a.m. they all gonna do something at the gas station of Schaefer and 6 Mile. I think people should pull up. Let's get some more information going because I'm pretty sure everybody didn't see you send that out. It was on your story. You know what I mean? Well, at least, yeah, it was on your story. You might have made a reel as well. But yeah, let's everybody show up on 6 Mile and Schaefer at 6 a.m. on the ninth. That's in 2 days, y'all. You also got something going on the 13th where, if you got a shut off notice, then DTE will pay your bills. Okay. So we need you to pull up to that too as well. Um, and I'm actually my camera cut off, so this is my second video. I want to say that as well. For because I'm gonna drop two on YouTube. Hey, must have been meant for it to happen like that. Hey, I ain't tripping on the push. It is what it is. You feel me? So we gonna get some understanding. But shout out to Neighborhood Day. I think you got something else going on. I didn't write it down, and I apologize for that. But shout out to you, Zeke. And let's keep the positivity moving. Tomorrow I ain't above none of that. You know what I mean? I'm with what when it's written. You know what I'm saying? If it's got some wit to it, I'm definitely gonna share it. I ain't never above nothing. You understand me? Uh we got two more and then we out the door. Like I said, I'm kind of glad we did two videos. You know why? Maybe I'll get a better reach. You know what I'm talking about? I'm already reaching. I seen a few people say what they needed to say. I'm finna get straight to it though, cause I definitely want to talk about these last two people, and then we might be out of here. Okay, so let me get my bearings together. Oh man, I might need me a little snack. I mean, me a little snack. You know what I'm talking about? Cause this is something else. Shout out to I need to give me a little juice. I have to take my young diabetic pills. I ain't never came on camera and had to choose something. I'm trying to have a, because it's been many ways and different ways. So I wanted to talk about this. Uh, and I wanted to usher in how motherfuckers move and groove. But I guess I'm just gonna talk about it. Um, Shout out to excuse my language, forgive me. Shout out to Peekaboo. That's exactly it. Peekaboo. I told you when you do too much, what happens. So I guess Tokyo Tony finally got a visit from old federales, and they wanted to know why she was online. Um, why she was online making idle threats to her daughter. Now I could tell by the video this shit was old, but we could talk about it. Yeah, you can't be just talking about people all willy nilly, especially somebody famous. And she hang with the Kardashians. Like, nigga, you should have knew this was coming. You feel me? Plus, like I told you, nigga, you gotta find a niche, my nigga. You can't keep talking about that young lady. You know what I'm saying? She getting older and older. She damn near 40. Think she want to hear all people her mama slandering her? Nigga, find you something to do, my nigga. Go in there with a lip and get you a check. Do something. Because talking shit just ain't, you know what I'm talking about? That ain't it no more. You gotta have more than just a conversation. I mean, you know, back in the day, they used to say a conversation rules the nation. But after you done talking, what else you got going on? That's what's going on right now. Is you talk good, but what else you got going on versus a conversation? And that don't mean you can't keep talking, because I keep talking. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't, I don't just know what's going on the screen. I also pay attention to what's going off the screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about me. You know what I mean? And can I implement? If I can't implement it, then it probably don't concern me. And more times than not, I do be just talking shit just to be swallowing spit. You know what I'm saying? I want you to understand. I want you to read this. Oh, this is a new video. So parental discretion is advised. Explicit content. You know what I'm talking about? What I say here might offend you here and there. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, Tokyo Tony, I told you they was coming. Motherfucking feds ain't with you talking shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about unaliving a person, and then when they come, you ain't mean it by what you were saying. So you either meant it or you didn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna put that in parameter of things, but it is what it is, man. Can't be just talking about folks. That ain't it. And that leads me to my last, and this gonna be my final hour right here. Stephen A. Smith. You got pursued, didn't you? I guess I crawled up under the wrong housing projects, huh? It was worms and all type of insects under there. You know what I'm talking about? I wasn't able to survive because you got upset. You even used profanities. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but just because we cool don't mean I can't have my opinion. And my opinion stands as it was. Motherfuckers running around this motherfucker talking that bullshit and don't know what the fuck they talking about. Then they want to go on this motherfucker and act like they running for some shit and can't run past the goddamn corner. Like, nigga, stop talking, bro. But I guess you a journalist and that's your job. So you got paid to run your mouth. Don't nobody care because you get paid to run your mouth, because you could take all that paper and shove it up your ass. You know, because that's all it's really good for, a blockage. It ain't good for nothing else. It's paper, bro. And you signed it. What does that mean? Just John Hancock's don't mean nothing. Back in the 1500s, nigga, we didn't know how to use our hands. At least not for signatures. We weren't using our hands for signatures, sir. And we can even go up to the present time. Most of our signatures don't mean nothing, no way. It just mean you were bound by a contract. You know what I mean? You don't sign it, then you can say whatever you like. That's why I like public publication. You know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm talking about. You understand. That's why we at where we at right now. That don't mean I don't agree with some of the shit you say. That don't mean I can't go on here and say Stephen A. Smith said, and it was right. But when you wrong, you wrong. When that nigga get the fuck on, you ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. You gonna talk about these lames? You gonna end up disrespecting them, and they ain't gonna fuck with you because you didn't tell them off the rip. Listen. You didn't tell them off the rip. You got to tell them off the rip, sir. But you didn't, and you did 30, 40 years before you realized you fucked up, just like Martin Luther King did. Nigga, he didn't realize he was running into a burning building till he was probably 10, 20 years in. It's too late now. You can't debunk all the stuff you done said. It's too much. You were saying, pardon my French. That was a belch. I really needed that little granola. But yeah, you can't go in there. And just like Martin, you go into a burning building, you realize it's burning, you want to come out. No, you in there now. You know what I'm talking about? Stay in that motherfucker. Burn with the rest of them heathens. You didn't know what you was doing. It was too late. And that's how we moving in 2026. My people are moving in such a strange way, bro. It's like, and then, you got the mixed feelings. Some of these people want to go by what the letter said. Some of these people want to go by what their spirit said. You can't mix the two because then you get confused. Now you running around talking about science. None of this matter. God didn't care about nothing that was written down, bro. They say they hide it in the book. But what's hidden in the book? Some more lies? You know what I'm talking about? And they ain't finna tell nobody. The truth is never gonna be told. You can write it, you can script it, but it's not gonna be. I'm not even gonna be able to do it because I know me. I ain't gonna be able to get nobody on my side. You feel me? To understand where I'm coming from. So what makes Stephen A. Smith better than me? A piece of paper? That's crazy. I'm a journalist. How you a journalist? Cause you said you was? Cause you graduated college with some A's and some B's, my G? That's what make you smarter than me, cause you went to college. And what you gonna say? Yeah, that did it. No, you sat in the classroom and somebody told you, yes, you're right. They ain't do nothing but agree with you what you was talking about. Where your education lie. You know what I'm talking about? They agree with what you was agreeing with. Tell me how that makes sense. How is you telling me I'm right because I answered it right? So I'm right because I said exactly what you were saying? I'm confused. But I got a GED. You know what I'm talking about? And the only reason why I got it is because I wanted to get out of jail, sir. Other than that, I probably still wouldn't have one. And I would still be having this conversation about how I don't care about that. Ew. Ew. I might not have to get me a little. I got a dentist appointment anyway, so I ain't worried about it. But yeah, I might have to tell them about that. Like, man, I got the one at the top and one at the bottom. Well, two at the top. Now that I'm looking at this screen, that light, I like that light. That light be beaming. But I'm about to get on up off of here. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let that man know that just because you a journalist don't mean that you know how to journal. Okay? Shit you writing down might be wrong. You know what I'm talking about? And with all that being said, as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.